Grand Rising, loved ones. Welcome back to another episode of Healing Wisdom with me, your favorite spiritual advisor, Empress Oracle. So, we are in day 6 of the Survivor series where I am rehashing my sexual assault experiences with you guys. And hopefully, besides, it being a catharsis for myself and part of my healing journey, hopefully it can help heal those of you who have been victims of various types of sexual assault, because I've been through a little bit of it all, as you could tell by these stories. Hopefully, there's a message in my stories for you guys that can assist you in healing, let you know you're not alone. Okay, and let you know that you do not have to be a victim. You do not have to live your life as a stereotype of a victim. All right. If you open your eyes and you take a breath and you put one foot in front of the other, you are a survivor, okay? And let me tell you something else. God gives his hardest battles to his strongest warriors. So be strong and keep on moving. Now, with all that being said, because I love y'all, let's go ahead and get into this story. So, okay. So this one, I was early 20s again, as usual. But this was after I had been married and after, the last story I told you clearly, right? So, time had moved on and I, had gotten back into the swing of things because, as I said, I've never really let my assault stop me from enjoying sex, because I knew the difference between rape and consensual sex. And so when I'm not being raped or forced to do things I don't want to do, what I'm saying, your girl's a freak, I enjoy sex. And I always knew that the things that you are supposed to do are the things that the devil will try to take from you. Not saying I was supposed to be a porn star, even though I did want to be one at one time, but not with all the disease and shit. But, I might be some type of sex therapist or stuff. I like to look at myself as some type of sex therapist. I think I've helped a lot of people overcome sexual inhibitions because I had to learn how to myself. So with that being said, my next assault story actually happened from an ex-boyfriend of mine. We were in a relationship, and when I met him, first of all, he was fine as hell, tall, dark, and handsome. He really reminded me of my oldest daughter's father, look wise and stuff. So he was very attractive. And what I also realized is it took me a very long time to get over my oldest daughter's father. So I would date people that like reminded me of him or favored him because he was saying he was fine as hell. So this guy looked like him a lot. He strongly favored him, so there was attraction. However, due to my experiences and stuff, I've never really been the type to just meet somebody and just hop into bed or whatever with them. I have to get to know you first. I'm more comfortable getting to know you, especially because of my experiences and stuff. So most of the people that I've slept with, we were friends first. So I actually met him when I was working, and he came up to my job, and he was just fine as hell, you know what I'm saying? And I said, what up? He said, what up? And so then we started talking, and I knew he had an interest in me, but he respected my wishes because I was like, well, I got to get to know you first. So literally, I say about the first 3 months, all we did was just talk. He would come to my house because he worked for the Department of Sanitation. Yes, he was a garbage man. Garbage man made money, y'all. Before y'all start talking shit, they made bread. So he was a garbage man. So what he would do is during his lunch breaks, he would come by my house. On his lunch break, he would have the guy who drive the truck to drop him off by my house because the garbage place was not too far from where I lived at. So during his lunch breaks, he would come over. We would have lunch or whatever. We would play chess. We would talk. We would just joke, kick it, whatever. And also, too, that's what we did for the first, before, okay, so he did that. And he would also come and hang out with me, and we would just, most of the time we would play chess because for some reason I didn't play chess in years, but I really wanted to know how to play chess. I also know that was supposed to be good with helping you to strategize and think. So Anybody who came to my house, I had a rule. If you came to my house, you had to play chess with me. Everybody would beat my ass in it, but that's okay. That's how you get better. I don't mind. I don't mind failing. So he would come over, we would play chess. We would do things that he said, he wasn't really used to doing with the females, because I'm pretty sure he was used to hoes just jumping all over him, because he was fine as hell, like I said. So after a while, of course, we took it to the next level where we were started dating fully. We would go out and, we had sex and everything. And what I really enjoyed about him was he was down with all my freaky shit that I like to do, okay? Because, I am a freak. So we would role play, and we used to we used to go on romantic dates to the strip club, and I would, pick his dancers and whatnot, and just kind of get the mood, and then we go back to the house and tear each other up and stuff. But we were really into all of that kinky shit, So I used to love role playing. I remember time we role played, and he was Ike and I was Tina and stuff. We did some things. So everything was good. However, after a while, I started noticing he started kind of acting a little bit different. He, I personally, I'm going to tell you, I think he had another life going on. I think he met somebody else and was trying to have his cake and eat it too. So, I was not getting my time. He was not acting appropriately like how he used to act. And what I'm saying? Who do that? Who? Not me, okay? So I asked him, I said, hey, are you seeing someone else? Do you have somebody else? Because you changed. And of course, he denied it. But your girl is not stupid, and I'm a bit intuitive, as you guys know. So I said, okay, go on ahead and have your cake. Go ahead, do you. Have a nice life. Be blessed. Be blessed. I enjoyed it. It was real while it lasted, okay? You take care of yourself. So I broke up with him, and he ain't like that shit at all. He could not handle that. I really feel as though he really thought that he could lie to me and I'd be okay with it. I think he thought that I would still choose to be with him because he spoiled me. He did. He took me out a lot. We went out a lot. We had fun. We had fun. We did. We had a good time. So I really think he felt like, okay, she's not going to go nowhere. Because, a lot of females will settle for maltreatment as long as they're getting other things. And to me, if you were dating me, you are dating only me. Okay, so if you date anybody else too, that's maltreatment. Don't abuse me. Don't do that, right? So I broke up with him, and then that's when the crazy came out. And I should have known, ladies and gentlemen, be aware of people with them big ass eyes. When you see people who look like they just hit a fresh crack rock, where their eyes be big like this, they're fucking crazy. Okay, because he had big eyes. Okay. He had big eyes. And at first, I thought he was just using them to look into my soul. But that wasn't it. The nigga was crazy. He's crazy, y'all. Okay? That's a warning. I'm telling you guys. It's all in the eyes. You look at somebody's eyes. If somebody got beady eyes, they're sly and they're slick. If they never make eye contact with you, they're shifty. If the eyes look like they're bulging out their head, they might be dehydrated. But they also motherfucking crazy. Okay? You heard it here first. So, after that, I guess I flipped his crazy switch because all of a sudden he just kept calling me and he would just be like, oh, we need to be together. I'm ready to settle down. He was like, I done put my playing card up. He was like, I'm ready to settle down. Let's have a baby and stuff. And I'm like, whoa, no. That's what we're not going to do. Okay. And he just was talking crazy as fuck. And I really didn't pay him no mind. I'm like, yeah, okay. Because he would call me, I guess, whenever he got inspired or missed me or got horny. And he would try to call me and say all this bullshit. And I wasn't really trying to hear it. So I don't even know how this ended up happening. One time he contacted me, and every now and again he would call me, and we could have like 5-10 minutes of normal conversation before he start, oh, I miss you, woe is me type shit, But one time he called me and he was like, hey, what are you doing? He was like, man, I miss your company, whatever, because we were friends first. He was like, I miss your company, I miss your friendship, man. I want to hang out, blah, blah, blah. But I knew he still liked me and still wanted to get back on me. I was aware of this. I was aware of this. Now, the problem is that I did not take him really seriously because he was stalking me outside of my home, and I used to see him stalking me. But I didn't give a fuck. I honestly didn't give a fuck because it was like, as long as you stay over there, you're fine, because literally he he would drive past in the garbage truck. He would post up outside during his lunch break on the garbage truck and be staring at me and staring at my house. And I remember one time I had one of my homeboys over there, and we were smoking in his truck. And then my ex had pulled up in his garbage truck and posted up and literally was hanging out the side of the truck just staring and stuff. He'd do stuff like that, but I was like, okay, he's harmless. Not harmless, guys. It's not harmless. It's crazy. But for me, I don't know. I've been through a lot of shit don't move me. I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. I did. I thought it was funny. I really didn't think he was gonna do anything. Just stalking me, trying to see who I had over and stuff, trying to see if he could have an opportunity to get in, where he fit in, which I have had a lot of stalkers. I've had a lot of stalkers. So most of them have been harmless. So anywho, I knew he was stalking me. And so he was like, well, I miss your company. Do you want to hang out or whatever? And everything inside of me was screaming, girl, no. And this is why I say it's very important to listen to your intuition. Even if you know somebody already, if your intuition is saying something, you better listen to that shit, okay? Because I was like, oh, okay, cool. And as I was getting ready to go out with him that night, it's like I just did not want to go. I just did not want to go. And it's like, it was taking me forever to get dressed and everything. And so I picked up my phone and I was like, man, I'm going to call him and tell him I don't want to go, because it's just something. I just had this feeling. So I was like, let me call him and tell him I don't want to go. As soon as I picked up the phone, this motherfucker rang my doorbell. And I was very shocked. And he was like, yeah, I came early just in case you changed your mind and was going to try to tell me you didn't want to go. So I came early. I was like, oh, you did some shit. I can't even back out now. So, okay, we went out. We went to this pool place, a pool hall. And for some reason, I must have been looking extra delicious that night, as usual. Because when we went to this pool hall, I mean, it was nothing new. Because when people go to the strip club and stuff, they have pool tables and stuff. Anytime we would go out, guys will always be looking at me and stuff. Because, I would dress. That was part of our role play. That was foreplay. So, I'd be dressing real sexy and stuff, like an off-duty stripper type shit. But this time, I had on clothes. I was respectable looking. But guys just kept hitting on me, flirting with me and stuff. And this guy tried to talk to me. He was like, that's your boyfriend? And I looked and I was like, no, it's not my boyfriend. no, it's not my boyfriend. And so my ex got mad and he was like, yeah, we're leaving. So he was like, you want to go catch a movie? And I'm like, sure. This motherfucker gonna go to the damn, the drive-in. Listen. I told him, I said, hey, I hope you don't think you're getting any. Right? And he's like, nah. So we're at the drive-in and we're watching the movie, and we get probably about halfway through the first movie, and then he makes his move and I'm like, no. We're not doing this no more. We're not together no more. All right. So he sat there and grumbled for a little bit, and then all of a sudden he was like, man, fuck this, we leaving. And he starts leaving the drive-in. So I'm like, okay, cool. I knew that was going to happen. Once he said we was going to the drive-in, I knew he was going to try to hit, and I knew I wasn't going to give him no cheeks, and I knew that was going to be cut short. So I was like, cool. Well, it was not cool, because as we are about to get onto the highway to go back for him to take me home, he turns to me and he's like, oh, you don't want to fuck me because you fucking with that nigga in the Tahoe, talking about the time when he was stalking me when my homeboy was over and we was smoking in his Tahoe, right? I was like, damn, stalker. I mean, I was thinking in my head, I didn't say it out loud though, but I'm like, nah, what are you talking about? He was like, oh, if I can't have you, nobody can. It hits the gas. Woo! Y'all, this nigga hit the gas. We were driving, I think it was 285. I think we were driving down 285. Wherever the fuck, I don't remember. Anywho, we were driving on the highway. And now, mind you, this same ex used to always tell me that he always wanted to be a NASCAR driver when he was a child. And let me tell you, I found out that night why he had those dreams. Because he had an SS Impala, the old school, the black sexy ones. He had one of those. This motherfucker floored it. I buckled my seatbelt and I'm just praying, and I was praying in my head, but I was shutting the fuck up on the outside, because the whole time he was driving, he's sitting there like, yeah, you think I'm fucking playing with you? Huh? You want to be with somebody else? Just like out the fucking movies. Like out the movies. I was like, Jesus. I'm gonna die today, and I do not want to die. I was like, I think he's just being a little bit dramatic. I don't fucking know if he think this shit cute, but I don't want to say the wrong thing. And we crashed. So I shut the fuck up. I put my seatbelt on. I didn't say a goddamn thing. I didn't say a word. I did not say a word. Okay? And he gets off the highway, and then he started back driving normal, like everything cool and shit. He like, you straight? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. I'm great. Yeah. I'm totally good. Totally. Yeah. Right? And so we go, he takes me back home, and as he's pulling up, he's like, man, I'm sorry about that. Crazy motherfucker. He's like, man, you know, sorry. He's like, I just, you know what I'm saying? He's like, you know, Keish, man, you know, man, I just try to be with you. You tripping, man. And I'm just listening like, yeah, okay. But in my head, I'm like, I've never seen this motherfucker again. Okay. Never. So I'm like, all right, well, you know, thank you. And he's like talking, like, I guess, pitching his case for the last time on why I should be with him. And every time I try to get out the car, he won't let me get out the car. He keep talking. Right? And finally, I'm like, well, okay, I'm about to go. And he's like, all right. And he's like, oh, can I use the bathroom real quick? And everything in my head was like, no, don't let her. And I even remember where they was like, you never let a guy come in. But I remembered all that shit. What did I do? I let the motherfucker come in and use the bathroom because I was like, oh, well, even though I had these feelings, I was like, nah, this is like, you know what I'm saying, my ex, like, even though he just tried to kill me on the highway, I've chilled with him plenty of times, and I, you know what I'm saying, I'm like, I'm good. We're good. Let's use the bathroom. I was like, okay. I told him, I was like, use the bathroom. I was like, that's it. I was like, you got 2 minutes to use the bathroom. That is it. Don't get no ideas, no nothing in and out. And he's like, okay, cool. First, I told him he could pee on the side of the house, honestly. And he acted like he never had a penis and never peed on the side of anywhere before. So then I was like, okay, 2 minutes real quick. So we go in the house, and I actually walk him to the bathroom. Right? I walk him to the bathroom. And then as I turn away, I get my phone because I just was not feeling right. And I start to call my homeboy because my homeboy stayed like around the corner. Right? So I started to call my homeboy, and I wanted to phone my homeboy like, hey, you know, like, what you doing? Can you come back? And before I could finish, I get tackled from behind and scooped up like this. Like that, from fucking behind. Okay? He came from behind. I didn't even hear him. Okay? He was like a sniper. So he grabbed me from behind, tackled me from behind and stuff. And he grabbed me like this and stuff. But when he grabbed me, my phone fell out of my hand. But my homeboy was on the phone, so he heard the struggle, and I could hear my homeboy screaming like, "Hey, hello!" And he's like, "I'm on my way over there." And he's like just screaming at the phone. And so me and my ex, we commenced to goddamn tussling, right? But mind you, he was choking me like this. So he was choking me, and I'm trying to get loose and stuff. And I actually got loose. And the crazy part about it is because, you know what I'm saying, one time we was play fighting, and I kind of scooped him up a little bit. So maybe he was still angry about that. But I got loose. But when I got loose or whatever, it's like, I don't know if he pushed me. I think he pushed me or tripped me. He did some whole shit. And I fell. It was just like the movies. I felt like the white girls in the movies. No offense to my white people. But yeah. So I fell. And when I fell, he got on top of me. Right? When I fell, he got on top of me. And then he started talking. He was like, yeah, I'm finna get you pregnant. He's like, you gonna have my baby. You're not going nowhere. He was like, why you broke up with me? Huh? Who that on the phone? And my homeboy still on the phone. Like, he's like, I'm on my way. And like, he's just talking all this stuff to me. And, you know, as he's taking my vagina, should I say, because like I had on pants and stuff, but you know, he was on top of me. Niggas always used to like to use their body weight on top of me when they get me on the floor and stuff. That is cheating, okay? So he had his body weight on me, and, you know, I think he got like, it wasn't a full rape. He got some pumps in though. He got some pumps in. And then Like I couldn't breathe, you know, because he put his body weight on me too. But he was on my I was on my stomach, right? And he put his body weight on my chest too because I had hardwood floors, and I could not breathe. I could not breathe, and I just laid still again, played dead. I just laid still, and when I laid still, it's like I think that kind of like he kind of realized, like, I don't know what the fuck he thought. I think it was a mixture of me just laying there, and then he heard my homeboy on the phone yelling and screaming like, what's going on? What's going on over there? So I think that's what really scared him, is he didn't realize I was on the phone at first, and he heard my homeboy yelling, and that scared him, and that's what made him jump up, and he ran out the house. He jumped up, pulled his shit up, ran out the house. And so I'm just laying there bawling and shit. You know, I fixed myself to the best of my ability, but I'm sitting there crying, whatever. And then my homeboy got there too fucking late, of course, by the time he got there. But he a pussy. That's the same homeboy who left me at the pool hall with the other dude. That's the same homeboy, pussy ass nigga. We ain't friends no more, though. But yeah, so he pulls up all late and shit. He's like, what happened? And I'm telling him, and he's like, damn, shawty. Damn, you okay? Oh, man. But, and then we smoked the blunt. He asked me if I wanted to call the cops and stuff. And I was still living in Latonia, the police department. As I told you, they would have told me, oh, yeah, bring him, invite him back over. No. So basically, that's what happened with that one. And that guy, funny enough, a few years later after that, I was still staying in the same place, and I'm sitting on my porch, and I see a car just driving back and forth like an SUV, just driving back and forth real slow, like they just casing the place. And I was sitting on my porch, smoking and drinking, you know, as usual. And the SUV, because it was for a few days, I kept seeing it. This is like 2-3 years after this incident. And the SUV pulled up in my driveway, and it was him. It was him. And he was like, yeah, I'm sorry. I miss you. I'm in love with you. I know I did wrong. I didn't mean to like force myself on you. He was like, but I've been thinking about you. I'm ready to settle down. You a good woman. You ain't deserve this. All types of shit. He was like, I've actually been following you around. He was like, I saw you way back somewhere, and I, you know what I'm saying? So I realized that you still lived in the area. He was like, so I kind of been following you, going around areas and stuff. He was stalking me, okay? He was stalking me. And he apologized and all type of shit, and then tried to like get me to like be his wife. And I was like, sir, no. Bless your heart. Please go. Please go away. Please go away. All right? Can't call the cops. They ain't gonna do shit. And I asked him why he took advantage of me and stuff. And he said that he really did not know that I seriously and honestly did not want to be with him any longer. He had the audacity to say, oh, I thought we were role playing. No. When we role play, we both agreed prior to, right? What we are going to do, and never have we ever role played that. So that is a lie. That is a lie, sir. So that's what happened with that one. And for that one, I kind of justified that one away a bit because we had been in a relationship prior to, and we had had sex before. I knew it was wrong. I knew it was rape. But as I said, I hate being considered a victim. So I had to justify it to myself that, you know, at least he did not finish the task. He started, but he did not finish. I was saved. I just had to tell myself whatever I told myself. I probably drank some more alcohol after that. I really don't remember, guys, because it was a very, very long time ago. And this is also one of the ones that was very traumatic to me that I kind of, you know, put in the back of my head so that it would not permanently scar me or give me any long-term issues. So that's what I did. That's what I did, you know? And, yeah, that's what happened. That's all I got to say about that, guys. So with that being said, you guys be safe. Enjoy the rest of your day. I love you very much. And tomorrow we'll conclude the Survivor series. Okay, think about what I've said. Go ahead and check out my website, www.empressoracle333.com, for all of your spiritual, aesthetic, and beauty needs. And always remember, it doesn't matter if you were in a relationship with somebody or you had sex with them before. If you decide that you do not want to do that with them anymore, it's rape. Period. No is no. Okay? There's all different types of forms of rape. And I'm using my examples of my experiences to show you that all these different types of forms and ways and shape, they're still wrong. They're still rape. But just don't deal with it the way that I dealt with it. It's not healthy. It's good for you to find an outlet, a catharsis, express yourself, get rid of those negative feelings. Don't hold yourself accountable. Don't think it's you. It's not you. All right? Everybody has the right to be free and be as sexual as they would like to be. By choice, not force. Okay? I love you guys. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow.